Hello and welcome. Today we're going to take a look at this Halloween construction set, which consists of all Lego pieces. Now this is a custom build and buy from the Brick Shack in Canada. It cost me 30 Canadian dollars. If you are trying to hunt this down in Canada, it is set number B01029 and it's a 6+ set and it has 207 pieces. Now I've already built it. It is an amazing looking little set. There's a nice little minifigure included which I have yet to open, and I've also got some other horror minifigures which you'll have a look at the end of this. But what we'll do as normal is we'll get the box open, we'll have a look in the instruction manual, we'll have a look at all the other little bits and pieces that are included as well. But before we do start, the one nice thing about this, even though obviously it is a custom set but it does use full Lego bits and pieces, is that how you opened it up with the instruction manual, every single colour was in a separate bag, so it's really easy to grab and build, and then for 207 pieces it's not a bad price either. So I took straight into it. That is everything you get with regards to box artwork. Nice and simple, nothing on the sides, nothing on the back. Now if we open it up, that is what you get on the inside. I've still got to open up this minifigure and then we'll have a look at this and all the others towards the end. And we have this nice little instruction booklet as well. Now with regards to the instruction booklet, super easy and clean to put all together. Now it does state up here that Lego is a trademark of the Lego Group companies, which does not sponsor, authorise or endorse this set of instructions. But obviously all the pieces are Lego based, which is obviously really nice. So you know that they're going to be nice and sturdy, but how you put the thing together, really simple, really easy. So that is that. That is the box. Now moving on to the main event itself. As I slide this over, this is it. So it is a really nice looking thing. We'll start off with all the detail at the bottom and then we'll get a little bit closer in as I put the box to one side. Now coming into the bottom, you can see there's plenty of detail on there. So you've got that little pumpkin, obviously because it is Halloween. You've got all of these bits and pieces, all layered up quite nicely actually, and with regards to the steps and things as well, there's a good bits and pieces with regards to actually getting the steps in there. They've used the 207 pieces very well. Obviously you can see it's not the fattest of things, it's just a skinny facial wall, so for me it's going to be perfect with regards to using this as a photo opportunity. On the back you could obviously then carry on with the build and make the actual, I guess it'd be the hallway going into the front living room. I think that in the original Halloween you've got the staircase, haven't you, just to the one side as they come in through the front door. So there is some bits and pieces that you can do, and again that is the bit on the side. I've clearly not pushed all the pieces down properly, but that is simple as that. So you've got the nice flap up at the top just on the roof, so you can then angle that however you want to angle that, and you can see all the pieces that are involved just across the top in there. And then you have, again, just the nice opportunity for some photos and everything like that. Now, talking of photos, we'll start off with this minifigure. Now, Michael Myers, how does he stand, the scale and everything else? First time I've got him out the pack. Now, what's he like with his arms and legs? So the legs are nice and stiff, arms are nice and stiff, and he has a good grip onto his hands as well. So if it is a third-party figure, for the arms and the sleeves, the hands are very strong. Now I do have this figure, but I don't think I have the same artwork on the face. So I think this is slightly different to what I've got. Now with regards to all the colouring, hopefully it's coming through on the boiler suits. You can see you've got all the black, and then you've got the boots with the obviously all the bits and pieces on the shins and the hips, and then you've even got the open throat bit on that side. Now with regards to the hair, it is just the one face on there, and obviously the hair goes on. So I think the one that I've got has got a slightly brighter hairpiece. So I think, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure if this hairpiece is a little bit too bright, or if it would be better if it was slightly darker. I might try with the slightly darker hairpiece, but I think I might have this coloured hair already. So we might swap it over and see what it looks like. It might look a little bit better maybe for a night scene, especially if this is going to be going into my horror section itself. Now, how does it stand? It plonks on nicely, because obviously it's all Lego pieces, and you can see what the suction's like. Look, I can pull all of that off. So the legs are very strong. Obviously, I've used other companies before with regards to getting custom minifigures, and the holes in the feet, you never really trust them too much. You don't want them to crack, but it's strong enough, sturdy enough, and the head, everything's very stiff. So it is a good looking minifigure. Now we're going to go over some other minifigures which I actually did pick up from the Brick Shack. Now it was one of those videos that you might have just skipped across, so some of you might have seen these, some of you might not have. So starting off with the Chucky, I think this one does look fantastic. It's got a lovely colour. I'm not too sure if this is actually coming through any clearer than what it was in the hotel room. That's why I'm doing it again. But you can see just through, you've got all of the detail on the back, and what I didn't spot last time is you have got all of the little tools and everything everything on his back pocket. So you have got like a little pickaxe on that bit, and there's a little like axe on there. You've got a button on the back, and then you've got some other bits and pieces on his sort of back pocket. So all of these bits in his back jumper, he's obviously got bits and pieces hidden, and he's got really, really nice colours going across here, and then he's got this really nice cross stitch. So that comes through really nicely, and I don't even think I checked if he had a secondary face. So he's just got the one face on there. He's got the nice hairpiece, so which obviously plonks on nicely, and you can see all the scarring on his face as well. I think that does come through nice and clearly. So if we can, we might be able to stand them all up in there somewhere. He's gone. There we go. So that's the next one in. So I think we can make quite a nice display with this. Right, Hellrais is next, just because it's the closest. Again, you've got all the detail at the bottom. So you've got all of these hooks, you've got all of the effects coming across the bottom. If you've seen this film, I think this outfit is very, very accurate, to be honest. But again, what I didn't spot, because I was in such a rush before, is where you have these hooks dangling down at the bottom. If, and hopefully if it's coming through, if you focus your eyes on the red bits on the chest, there is actually hooks coming out of every single one of those, coming through and down to the bottom. Then it goes across the belt, and then it hooks round. So where you've got the two bits and pieces that are dangling, it goes from red piece to red piece, and there's 6 hooks in his chest, and then it comes up into the throat bit, and then obviously you've got the really, really nice face print on that. And looking at that a little bit more detail, you've got a lot of blue around the eyes, and you've got a lot of blue around the mouth as well. So that does look very, very smart. And then again, you've got all of those bits and pieces on the side, and then you have this bit on the back, which just looks nice. It looks effective enough. So a plonk you just there. Now the Bricard Treat, I think a lot of you did like this one from the last upload. I think it does look absolutely fantastic with regards to the print on this. I'm still yet to watch the film since I picked this up, so I do need to watch this. You can see what they've got, all the detail that is wrapped around. You've got the really nice detail on the arm, and then you've got all the detail on the back. But again, everything's nice and stiff. So nothing's loose, nothing's shaking about. So they work well. All of these did come from the same place, which is the Brick Shack in Canada. So I brought all these home with me, and you can see you've got all the patching on the back. Obviously, this is just one big headpiece, so you can see what that looks like just at the top. And then that's it, simple as that. But what does look nice, if I take this bit off, and you can just focus on the bit underneath across the top, you can see all in here, it's a slightly different orange, going on to almost like a skin tone. It's almost where it's like it's been peeling away, but there's 2 nice zips in there as well. So if you didn't spot that before, it does look like the zips carry on into the headpiece as well, which I think looks quite spooky and smart, to be honest with you. Right, next one, what should we go for? You. So this fantastic looking minifigure. You can see all the splatter all across the legs, all across the torso for the tie. Now, the tie does have the nice silver shine, like I said before, and it has got a nice silver shine in the sort of buttons up at the top. You have got some nice detail on the sleeves. Now, again, something I didn't really spot. You've got a lot of splatter on that sleeve, and you've got matching splatter on that one, and then on the back is just where it all ties up for the apron. So nice, simple. I say nice and simple. It's a nice and effective looking thing, so I think that does look very, very nice. Jason coming on to Friday the 13th. So I don't have this one. I said this in the last one. It's a completely different outfit and a different mask for this one than what I had last time. Do like all the printing again on the sleeve. You've got all the nice printing that's on the back. You can see you've got the nice tear on the bottom left. So that's something I didn't spot last time. And then you've got all the bits around the sort of, I will say, the belt buckle, or the bottom part of the coat, where it changes from the light green to the darker green. It comes across the hip. And then where the torso meets, you can see here, you've actually still got all the printing on the actual bit. So you can see, just if I use his sword, all of that there is the green and the red, and then it links up perfectly with his outfit when you plonk it together. So I think that's a very, very clever design. Right, we've got 2 left, and then we'll have another quick look at the house, and then that is done. So like I said, it's a super sweet short video. You've got Wednesday. So Wednesday is the only one that does have a loose leg out of everything. So her legs are the loosest, but her arms are quite strong. But what I do like is that you have the hand on the top, and I think it does look very, very smart. Lots of nice printing on this minifigure. The face looks really nice as well, and you've got all the style in the hair. So you've got everything from the tie into the waistcoat. You've got all the nice print that comes across the sternum and the belly, and then across the back you've got the pinstripe suit, and that carries on all the way to the printing at the back. And then again it wraps all the way down the arms, and you've got the nice white on the cufflinks. But what makes it for me is all the detail that is on the hand at the top. which is now just pinged off, and you do have the umbrella, but you have got that piece where it just sits in a hair, and then you can just have that up at the top. Thank you very much, as she knocks Hellrais over. Now, don't forget, it is being stood on a table, so it's going to be difficult to stand up, but there she goes, and there he goes. Now, one more. Scream. Put your mask back on. Nice and simple minifigure. So, on here, you've just got all the black and all the silver with the really, really nice facial print at the front. And then you've got all of the print and everything on the back with a nice silver. And again, you've got all the silver on the back of the legs. But as a group, I think they do look very, very smart indeed. And I'm glad that I picked all of these up. So hopefully you'll be able to find all these minifigures easy enough. Like I said, I did bring these back from Canada, but I would imagine there'll be lots and lots of other parties where you'll be able to buy these from. And I would imagine there'll be a lot more as well. So if you have got any that I'm missing, please let me know in the comments below which ones I do not have, because I would like to make up quite a large section of these, because I think they would look perfect within my horror and theme park area. So we'll start to wrap this up very, very quickly, but before we do, we just do a quick comparison of different vehicles just for size. So it is basically the length of your taxi. So if you have got this taxi, it is exactly the same length as that. And like I said, it is not the deepest of things either. So you can see what it looks like from the side. If you are thinking of trying to pick any of these up or designing your own, at least you know how many studs they are. And again, if we just bring the next vehicle in, you can see that that's how that scales with this. I think that probably works a little bit better with regards to scale if you are going to end up doing some bits and pieces with it. Or if you want to, and you want to have a little bit of fun with it all, you can put a little moped out the front, and I'm sure there'll be other bits and pieces that you'll be able to do with that. But that is it. I am done. So if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. This is now built properly for the first time in this video, because that was actually in the wrong place, but never mind, it is what it is. Now, they are making more of these. I do believe they're going to be making a Chucky's Playroom as well. Now, they don't do international shipping, so that is something I cannot get my hands on, but I would imagine you might be able to get these sort of things elsewhere, dotted around sort of the market. So if you've got any different minifigures, or if you've got any of these with different bits of theming, then let me know what film it's from. Let me know what you think, and obviously how much it costs, and obviously where you got it from as well. But guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll catch you next one. Ta-da.